Hi there! Quantum computing exploded again. Just a few days, the stock price has increased by over 50%. And pre-market, as you can see here, also on Yahoo Finance, pre-market is expected another increase of 17%. So the tailwinds are back for this industry, quantum computing. If you look at the history of this stock, you can see huge jumps, an increase over 400%, then a decline, and then an increase over 2000%. So as you can see, this industry is quite volatile because it's in the early stages. And this may happen again. As you can see, it already started, an increase over 50%. And the market cap is still small, 900 million. So if you know to buy at the right time, you can make some money with this company. You can choose whatever you like, IonQ, D-Wave, Rigetti, and other quantum computing stocks. In this video, we focus on this company, quantum computing. If you look at their technology, because it's important to understand their technology, as they are in the early stages, every quantum computing company is focusing on building that architecture. And their technology is using quantum optics and nanophotonics to solve real-world problems. And they are focusing on performance computing, cyber security, imaging, and sensing. So their company's focus is on room temperature quantum computing, and then the development of a foundry. I'll talk about that later. And that put them in a good position for quantum computing, AI, cybersecurity, and remote sensing applications. If you look on their website, you can see that they already have some products, commercial products, like Dirac-free, ImuCore, entanglement source, and so on, and also R&D offerings, remote sensing, quantum cybersecurity, imaging, and so on. Another opportunity for this company, besides quantum computing and other applications in cybersecurity and AI, is their foundry. They're about to build a thin film lithium niobate foundry. What does it mean? So they want to build a plant in Tempe, Arizona, and this technology, film lithium niobate, is focused on datacom hardware, which supports data rates of over 1 terabytes per second to 3 terabytes per second and beyond, is what they say, which facilitate lower power consumption and reducing the device size. So just at first glance, you can see their opportunity. If they can reach those speeds, over 1 terabyte in telecom industry to 3 terabytes per second, and lower the power consumption and also reducing the device size, then many companies will want their technology. Because you spend less with energy, spend less with device, you reduce the device size, the cost gets lower, and overall, they improve the profitability of this industry, telecom and datacom. So it's quite important, this foundry. This is another opportunity to consider. Then, if you look at the market opportunity for quantum computing, according to IDC, is expected to increase from 1.1 billion in 2022 to 7.6 billion in 2027. Compound annual growth rate over 48%. Now, this is according to IDC. If you look at other researchers and also other companies in this industry, the market opportunity may be higher. For instance, for D-Wave Quantum, they expect the market opportunity the next 3 to 5 years to be between $2 and $5 billion. And then, over the longer period, to increase to 25 billion and then 450 billion. So, many researchers and also companies, according to their presentation, they expect this industry, quantum computing, to grow a lot in the future. And this can happen, there is no doubt. May not be 450 billion, but 10 billion to 20 billion, that can happen in the next 10 to 20 years. Now let's come back to quantum computing. Besides this huge growth opportunity, if you look at the latest results, third quarter 2024, you can see that they extended their contracts, their agreements with Los Alamos National Laboratory. Then they are about, as I said, to build that chip foundry to advance to the final phase of commissioning. It's US-based foundry in Tempe. Then they participated in other major industry events, for instance, Quantum World Congress 2024. They continued development of entropy quantum computing solutions to develop their platform Dirac-3, which continues to gain traction according to their reports. And also, as you can see, they have a contract with NASA. They secured the 5th task order with NASA. And this is important because the more contracts they gain, they attract more customers to their platform, the better they will get in the future. Now, you've seen their opportunity. You look at the market cap of about or close to 1 billion, let's say 1 billion. If you take into account the pre-market gain, 1 billion, and look at what the market expects, 7 billion in 2027, you can see that you may have 7x. Of course, this is for the entire industry. You also have to look how much market share they can gain, quantum computing, this company. So, if you look at total revenue for the last 3 months, you can see that it's quite small, 100,000. But their growth rate was amazing, from 50,000 to 100,000. And over the last 9 months, 300,000. It has increased a little. You also have to be aware of their net losses that are quite huge, high, $17 million. And the revenue is only 300,000, so that's a problem. And as they need more money to invest in their business, you'll have more dilution. You can also see the increase in the number of shares from 77,000 to 94,000. So be aware of this. This is the risk side. They will take your money to invest in their business, take advantage of this opportunity. Of course, they compete with other companies. And if they succeed, then you have a gain. If they fail, then you have a loss. They took your money and lost your money. So this is the risk. And then, if you look at their stock-based compensation, you can see something interesting. It's about $2.6 million for the last 9 months. $2.6 million, right? And the revenue is only 300,000. So there is a huge difference. Besides their paychecks, month by month, they also get some stock compensation, which is quite high, in my opinion, compared to their revenue. But if they can grow more in the future, they increase their revenue, develop this technology, then this stock-based compensation may be justified. Otherwise, I don't see a benefit for shareholders, current shareholders. So you also have to be aware of the risk, not only on the upside, the reward. So be aware that this is a high reward, high risk investment, quantum computing. You might win or lose. If you look at the stock price, you can see that it's quite volatile over the last 5 years. So be aware of the risk. They also have some other problems, legal and risk factors, which may happen or not. They have multiple lawsuits. Allegation that the company overstated the capabilities of its quantum computing technologies. Okay. Its relationship with NASA and progress in developing their foundry, among other issues. And the period is from 2020 to 2025. So if those allegations are proven true, the company will be affected. I don't think that will be a major risk, because if you look at the other companies, they do the same thing. And I'm sure that those lawyers are aware of the risk, because they allow companies like this to take advantage of the market, to invest in the technology, to develop something better. And investors have to know the risk. Of course, this huge opportunity happens at the expense of investors, especially if they don't succeed. So that's why you have to be very careful with this company. You have a nice increase in the stock price in recent months, and also in recent days. Something like this, and pre-market another increase, but be aware that the reverse can happen anytime. You see the highest peak here, $14, and then a decline over 90%. Imagine, you invest right now 100k and you lose 90k and you are left with 10k. So that would be a huge loss for you. Or also for investors who bought when the stock price was around $18. So pay close attention to the market cap. From this level, you might have a double. That can also happen. But also the decline can be 50%. Be aware of this. Just be aware of this. So that's it for this video. And if you have other questions, please let me know in the comments.